Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Good morning, Blue Jays fans, and welcome back. We're here to talk all things Toronto Blue Jays baseball. And if you haven't been following along closely, there have been some significant roster moves and coaching changes that are reshaping this organization heading into the new season. Let's dive straight into everything that's been developing because there's plenty to discuss. And some of these moves have legitimate implications for how this team operates moving forward. First thing you need to know is that Don Mattingly is no longer the Blue Jays bench coach. Donnie Baseball has found a new home, and I'm emphasizing the word home deliberately because this move initially sounds somewhat peculiar without context. He's moving from bench coach with Toronto to bench coach with the Philadelphia Phillies, which on the surface seems like a lateral move without any upward progression. So what's the motivation here? Why would he make this transition after just reaching the World Series with Toronto? The answer is simple and entirely understandable. Family. Donnie Baseball's son, Preston Mattingly, is the general manager of the Philadelphia Phillies, and he's assembling an impressive organization there. The Phillies GM obviously recognized his father's expertise and wanted to work alongside him professionally. His dad is going to serve as bench coach for the Philadelphia Phillies, and it's genuinely that straightforward. I know Blue Jays fans were somewhat surprised that he finally reaches the World Series and then immediately moves on afterward. There was initial speculation about whether this was a retirement situation, just riding off into the sunset after achieving something special. Some people even wondered if he might be positioning himself for a future managerial opportunity somewhere else, maybe with a team in transition. But the reality is much simpler and more personal than any of those scenarios. I hope Donnie Baseball has an exceptional tenure working alongside his son with the Philadelphia Phillies. I wish him nothing but success. And what a memorable experience it was, having him alongside John Schneider in the dugout. He was incredible in that role, did exceptional things for this organization, and the Blue Jays players genuinely enjoyed having him around. Apparently, he would show up and take grounders at first base during batting practice and engage with players in ways that created genuine connections. Donnie Baseball is a treasure in this sport, and I'm grateful we got to experience his presence with this organization. Moving along with familiar faces, we're obviously in this period right now where teams are finalizing their coaching staffs and organizational structure before spring training. There are approximately 36 days remaining before pitchers and catchers report to their respective spring training camps, and the season really starts accelerating in the right direction. The Blue Jays are looking to recapture that Grapefruit League championship again this spring after being the best team in baseball during last year's spring training exhibition season. You might remember a certain gentleman in our clubhouse named Daniel Vogelbach. He has found an excellent new opportunity, and he's heading to one of the other cities where he played during his career. Much like the culture and community vibe that exists in certain baseball cities, Milwaukee represents exactly the kind of environment that fits Vogelbach's personality perfectly. There's a reason they're nicknamed the Brew Crew and played in a ballpark named Miller Park for what seemed like forever. Daniel Vogelbach is going to be the new hitting coach for the Milwaukee Brewers, and congratulations to him on that appointment. I hope everything works out exceptionally well in that role. He was known throughout his playing career as a monster power hitter with prolific levels of raw strength. The unfortunate reality is that when you can't make consistent contact with the ball anymore, that prolific power doesn't translate effectively at the major league level. And that's unfortunately how Daniel Vogelbach's playing career concluded. But this was a guy consistently hitting 20 home runs annually when he was at his peak. The bat speed couldn't keep up eventually, and the power diminished accordingly. But if I was going to pick a city that personifies Daniel Vogelbach's personality and style, Milwaukee would absolutely be at the top of that list. Congratulations again, and best of luck in that new role. Also in organizational news, the Blue Jays have signed another quality addition to their development staff. Marco Scutaro is going to serve as a hitting instructor throughout the Toronto Blue Jays minor league system. He's going to join us on our podcast soon as we coordinate scheduling. So there's your preview for future content discussing hitting development and organizational philosophy. Moving right along, hopefully you've all processed the fact that our new first baseman, Kazuma Okamoto, is officially part of this organization. They showed photographs of him signing his contract, all the official confirmation anyone could want, and the impact he's going to bring to this ball club is genuinely exciting. He is a 6-time All-Star in Nippon professional baseball. His resume is absolutely outstanding. The more footage I watch of him crushing 90-mile-per-hour fastballs with authority, the more convinced I become that this isn't someone who's been coasting in Japan. This is a legitimate professional hitter who's dominated that league consistently. He's had 630 home run seasons, maintains an exceptional career on-base percentage, led the league in home runs 3 times, was a 2-time RBI leader, and earned 2 Gold Glove awards for defensive excellence. And just to put the cherry on top of everything, he's a World Baseball Classic champion with Team Japan, and he'll likely have an excellent opportunity to defend that title again this year. The Blue Jays have a significant amount of talent that's going to be distributed across multiple World Baseball Classic rosters, and considering we just won the World Series, that means we have some of the best players in baseball on this roster. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to play on an absolutely stacked team representing the Dominican Republic. Okamoto will represent Japan alongside other elite Japanese players. Even Team Canada is looking genuinely competitive this year, which is intriguing to follow because they have some quality offensive players alongside Freddie Freeman and others who make them dangerous. This is going to be a fascinating spring training period because of the World Baseball Classic timing, just hoping that nobody suffers any injuries during that competition that would impact the regular season. On that note, Blue Jays fans, thank you again for joining us and making this something enjoyable to do consistently. I appreciate all of you engaging in the comments section and creating a genuine community around this content. Make sure you look for additional content and discussions because we love talking Blue Jays baseball with all of you. Join us for future podcast episodes where we'll discuss everything happening in the American League East rivalry that has completely reignited after last year's World Series run. The Orioles have made moves this offseason and won't be a pushover. The Yankees are going to figure something out eventually because they always do. And the Rays remain the Rays, consistently finding ways to be competitive and annoying to play against. Make sure you stay connected because there's plenty more to discuss as we get closer to spring training and the start of another season. Have a wonderful day, and as always, let's go Blue Jays.